phone is switch off. Live. That's me.
And moi. What's going on, y'all?
Hello, how you doing? What's going on? Hi, I'm Kevin, the co-founder of Market.
I'm Tanya, the First Lady Fields.
And like always, we represent Redonkulously Entertainment, which consists of
Courtney, the Watcher Jackson.
James, the hardest working man Brown.
Ryan, the executive producer Ross.
LeVar, who Queen.
That's so dramatic. Nigel, the wild card, Frazier.
And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the illustrator, the lead artist for Around the Third. And then we let our eight
powers combine.
And we form
Redonkulous Entertainment.
Redonkulously Entertainment.
There you go.
And this is Redonkulous Black History. We're in February. This is Redonkulously Redonkulous Interview Season Two. So what's going on?
Oh gosh, what do we have coming up? Let's see.
Oh yeah, it's a current events.
Current events, first of all. We have some exciting projects coming up in the coming months. I don't want to give too much away, but be on the lookout for our social media pages. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, we got to give them some more. Night Out 2 coming soon. In the process, the hard process, after 27 long years, when I was a boy.
Oh, Jesus.
I had a dream. And that dream was to make a comic book so fantastic, so amazing that the world would know. So Redonkulously Entertainment did that. We made Baby Blood Moon 1.
You're so dramatic.
But when I was a boy, there was one character that I lead written on. Is that a word? Written?
Written?
Yeah, lead written on. It's a mystery.
You're getting your Wilson Fisk on here.
His name is Black Ninja. He's being worked on. So we have 2 comic books being worked on. Night Out 2 is actually coming really soon, guys.
Yes.
Check that out. If you didn't check it out, you can always go to www.redonkulously.com and buy all 6 of our comic books.
That's right.
All right. So today's guest.
So she is a model.
A model.
An actress.
An
amazing motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker.
An assassin.
The assassin.
Miss Jen Lowe.
The assassin.
And we are about to bring her in right now so you guys can get to know her and hear all about her brand, hear all about her story.
There you go. This is happening. Okay.
Let me see. There we go.
There we go. Here we go.
She got the microphone. Okay.
Hello?
She's still muted.
Okay, it was.
You're still muted.
All right, we go. Okay.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
There we go.
There we go.
How are you doing, lady?
Hey, Jen chicken in. How you living? How you feel? Hey.
Good.
I was okay. So before we start off this interview, let me tell you how much of a fan. I was waiting for you to say that. How you living? How you feel? I was waiting. I was like, I can't wait. Did you say it? And you said it.
I'm digging the microphone.
Hey, you know what? I haven't got a lapel mic just in case. Hey, we ready over here, okay?
I hear that. Go ahead.
Ready.
Word. So how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I made sure normally I don't make it back home by the time I have stuff sometimes, but I said let me cancel everything else and just go ahead and make it to the house so that I can get comfortable and get in the energy, right?
There you go.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for being part of our season 2 Redonkulously Black History Show.
Yes.
Hey, well, thank you for it. When you reached out, I was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Hey. You put Jen in it. Okay, well, let's go.
Nice. Yo, your posts and just the energy that you bring, especially on social media and everything, it is fire. Absolutely amazing. Like for real. Just, and I'm like, even so, and just, kind of looking at your page and kind of like doing a little research on you and everything, I'm like, what is it that she doesn't do? So, my God. So tell the viewers out there a little bit about your brand and about your story and everything.
Okay, so we live right now. Okay,
we are live.
Okay, we are live. This whatever you say will be recorded.
What up? Hold on, let's do the intro. Hold up. What up? Jen, check it in. How you living? How you feel? Let's go.
How you living? How you feeling?
Okay, we gotta do it for real out here. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was just talking to something. You know what I'm saying? I know we was kicking it already. You know. So
hey,
what
listen,
don't I do?
The assassin. The assassin. I told you, we're redonkulous. We go live.
You know it.
Listen, this is live. This is on script. Whatever questions you think's gonna happen, come on.
Well, yeah. You know why I say that? Because a lot of times that's my intro. Because a lot of times people don't check on other people. How are you living? How do you really feel? Are you really what you posting and everything? What's really going on with you? So that's kind of my way of asking what's going on. I'm checking in. How you living? How you feel?
There
right?
You go.
So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, look, what don't I do? I'm pretty sure it's something I don't yet. Keyword. But I'm an author, speaker. I say endurance speaker because I've endured a lot and overcome. I teach on survival past survival. I am a model. I've been published in international magazines. I've done runway. Actress. I've probably been on your TV. You just didn't know it. But I have been in some Netflix, Redbox, and some big screen things, behind the scenes and stuff like that. I make wigs, JA's Wig Stations. I'm a health and wellness coach. I help people get their bodies together, their minds together, their soul, their spirits, their finances together. Man, I'm a creative. I like things that are innovative. I take initiative and things I could just create, use the other part of my brain. A lot of people, they don't use that creative part. You know what I'm saying? So I like to use all my functions. How, what's something new? What's something somebody hasn't thought of yet? Or what is thought of, and how can I enhance it to make it better, right? How can I bring more value to whatever's going on? So I host. I've hosted. I've had my own show before. Second Chance Real Talk Second Chance back a while back. I've done a lot of things, you guys, and they ain't done. I'm just 37. I turned 38 this year. You know what I'm saying? So
Man.
I got a lot of things to do still.
I feel you. Nice.
So Jenlo, that assassin. I noticed that. Okay, so we're gonna break down everything. We're gonna get into it. So let's talk about the thing that I noticed the most, the thing that interests me. I'm a big workout enthusiast. Especially before my mom died, all I did was think about working out and making combos. Tell me now. I know. We talked about this a little bit, but tell me your journey. Tell me how you became a workout goddess.
A workout goddess?
Yes.
A workout goddess? Well,
She wasn't right. You got to be right with the questions.
I have been working out off and on since, I would say, coming out of college, because I used to be in band, and band would keep me in shape. Okay, I got a picture, being in regular band. What's called there's marching bands, and then your regular season marching band kept me in shape. You know what I'm saying? And marching around the field and all that stuff like that. But after that, I had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really figure it out. It was like an off and on thing. But for over 3 years now, it's been a constant thing. You're looking at somebody that, first of all, not even supposed to be walking, let alone working out. I don't have no cartilage in my ankles and a chain in my hip that comes from my car accident in 2013. Hence, one of my organizations called Second Chance 21013. And the first thing that they told me was I needed to lose weight. I involuntarily lost it, but because it was not something I learned, I gained it back. And not only did I gain it back, I gained back more. And so, everybody's wishing, hoping, praying, crying for something. And I was wishing, hoping, crying, and praying. And my answer, how I started working out consistently, it really, if I'm honest, it started with a pack of tea. Mm-hmm. And it motivated me, just the products that I do sell. I do have a business, health and wellness business. I don't know if I could say, am I okay to say?
Listen, this is Redonkulous. Say everything. Listen, shout out to Redonkulous Entertainment.
Right, there you go.
Hey, shout out to Redonkulous Entertainment, okay? But I also detox tea. It started with a pack of tea. I lost 5 pounds the first 5 days. I lost 5 pounds second 5 days. So 10 pounds 10 days. I said, well, let me see what else they got. And by using these products, man, I can run 6 miles. I started running the Jacksonville Bridges downtown, climbing Stone Mountain. I mean, you talking about, I hadn't even thought about doing cartwheels but when I was in high school, man, you talking about heavy. And the band, my band director, Mr. Richburg, just because my punishment would be running around the field. Yeah. Look, my punishment would be running around the field doing jumping jacksons and push-ups because he knew I couldn't. I was too top heavy. But now, baby, let me tell you something. I could do push-ups. I could do sit-ups. Okay. I could do jumping jacks. I can jump rope. I can skip. I could do all those things I couldn't do. I could do more now at almost 40 than I could in my 20s and my teens.
I hear that. Yeah. I gotta ask, what instrument did you play in the band?
Trombone and baritone. He wanted me to play tuba. That's how chunky I was. Yeah. He wanted me to play tuba.
Tuba's heavy.
Right, but I was a big kid, so
gotcha.
He wanted to put me back there on the trombone, on the tuba section. Tuba.
Shout out to band geeks. Yay. I'm one too.
Okay. You say that instrument again?
Alto saxophone.
Okay,
I played clarinet my first 2 years.
Yeah.
And then alto sax my last 2.
Okay. I
play piano. Play piano since mine.
Is it Ben Tankard that got that nice saxophone? That it's different than Ben Tankard. Is it Ben Tankard that got that really nice saxophone? Okay. That's an unforgettable saxophone he got. Mm-hmm. It's just different. I've never seen one like it before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the sax. Love it.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Next question.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know if you had any other questions.
No, we will go. Okay, so first of all, intermission real quick. So this is Redonkulous interviews. We play games. Every time I say the word I'm drinking some fine red wine right here. So every time we say the word I have a sip of water because I know you have. I work out fuses. If the viewers at home do whatever you do, every time I say cheers. And
every time I say the word redonkulous, cheers.
So redonkulous and
Yeah.
If I had some tea over here, every time I said something, I don't know. I like my tea, so I'd probably just give you the type of.
I got red wine. You got tea. Let's drink.
Okay.
So with all that you do, okay, and it's a lot. Like I was watching the episode of Masterclass not too long ago, and I heard the word Elaine Welteroth was saying how she's a multi-hyphenate, someone who's allowed to play in a lot of different spaces, who took maybe one career and kind of branched it out into various other fields. With all that you do, when I think of you, I think of a multi-hyphenate, somebody who's doing all this really cool stuff. Like, how do you find balance?
Well, I wake up in the morning, and before my feet touch the ground, I say my prayer. I say thank you. first. Okay, I'll start there. I think that if you don't start your day off with God, then the rest of your day gonna be jacked up anyway, because you don't have Him leading you. So I start there with prayer, devotionals, meditation, and then I feel like I have built up my shield to go ahead and face the day. Schedule. I have a calendar. I have something called a happy planner. Y'all, I have a happy planner for my personal some business I have a specific calendar for my TLC business. And then for everything else I have going on, I have a happy planner. I love my happy planner, and I happily write in it every day. Right?
Uh-huh.
So and journaling helps me too with ideas and things. And then just taking a break in the day. They say if you take like a 15-minute nap, it kind of helps rejuvenate the brain. So sometimes I might put on a meditation with that. I like to do Mr. Bob Proctor, who just passed. Unfortunately, he just passed, and I like to do one of his short meditations, and that helps rejuvenate my brain. I also listen to meditations at night too, but I think that helps me stay organized. I don't feel like I get everything done I really want to get done, so therefore I just prioritize what's most important. And then if I get 2 out of 5 done that day, then I just roll over the other 3 to the next day, and work it out that way.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Cool.
So your meditation, you work out, you plan your day. You're a woman of faith. Some what else? What else about you? Tell us more.
Oh, well, I know one of the questions I believe was like books. So I love reading personal development, growth. I actually because I was ready, right? So just to share some type of books I read, this book right here has been a friend, The Prayer of Jabez. I've been praying the prayer of Jabez since the age of 13. Lord, enlarge my territory for me and my children. And by reading this book, there was another part of that I hadn't paid attention to, which was asking for protection. And I tell you what, God been protecting me since before the womb, because I almost didn't breathe my first breath, okay? Wow. And I said, something been trying to take me out my whole life, even as recent as last year. So I said, well, Jesus, you really been placing your shield around me for real. But I love that book. The Dream Giver is really, really good. They are actually the same author. I didn't even realize I had this book years ago. Somebody gave it to me, and I started reading this book in 2019. I've read it several times. Bruce Wilkinson, he has a lot of lines of books. They're really good. Of course, it's like the Holy Grail right here. Okay, Think and Grow Rich.
Napoleon Hill, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the author of that. Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
How to influence people.
I've heard of that.
I like Jen's book. This is a little book filled with a lot in it. Okay. This book I'm gonna put out there because this young lady I know personally. She's an amazing person. Her name is Monica Regina Jones. She's here in my city, Kinston, North Carolina. She just published this book, I Am Investment Worthy. When I tell you, I had to tell her, I said, ma'am, what is inside of you is more than what you think. You gotta let the rest of that out. I said a little book. I said it's got so much in there. It's a lot more in there. But books like that I read, and I keep rereading them because every time I read them, it's a different version of myself that's reading it. I listen to meditations, some quotes that I like. I like my own. For Second Chance 2:10:13, it's not a testimony if left untold. Change the lives one testimony at a time. I like to think of myself as a world changer because my accident did go viral several times, with the top time hitting 3.4 million. By the time I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, I moved to Atlanta in less than a year. It was like 1 month short of a year. And so when I got down there, people was like, I've seen you before. Because I don't look like everything was still kind of fresh. And I was like, I see you, was you in some type of accident or something like that? It was like that, where people was literally walking up to me. So I like those quotes. I like Mr. Bob Proctor. I started listening to Mr. Bob Proctor. When I say what I do in health and wellness is so much more than tea, because it introduced me to, I never did personal development before.
Uh-huh.
And so it introduced me, opened me up to the Bob Proctors and Eric Thompsons and Trent Sheltons and stuff. I have listened to Trent before, but not with the mind I have now. So it's different. But I'm so happy and grateful now that that's changed. Like right now I'm in the house, only, a Facebook post came up from 2019 when I was in my apartment in Jacksonville, Florida. And I was just saying, all right, Lord, I want to be in the house, a paid for house. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, I didn't know where it would happen, but it happened. I said I was specific. I left out the word my.
Gotcha.
So it happened, and that's just, I have a mentor, Mr. Jason L. Scott the first. He's a millionaire mentor. He's right up there in that league. And, I listened to him, and one quote that he says, actually a Bible quote, Luke 12:48, to whom much is given, much is required. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, woo, a lot.
Right.
A lot of sacrifice, a lot. So, but I have no regrets about anything I've been through. I tell people all the time, what you're going through right now is just to prepare you for what you're asking for. That's it. That's it.
That's true. It's true. How would you say that creativity, how does that play a role? This is off the questions and all, but off script. But how would you say that creativity plays a role in all of your various endeavors?
So like say my health and wellness business, I have to be creative. We in a microwave society. We in a world where it's got to be right now. You got to catch people's attention. You got to spark them, right? It's like some catchy. Just like it's something as simple as my introduction, Jen checking in, how you living, how you feel. It's catchy. People, their attention spans is like 0 to none. It's just like I saw somebody's comment. How do I speed up? Now this ain't nothing but a few seconds real. How do I speed it up and get there? Because I ain't got enough attention for that. So, we have all these platforms and stuff like that. TikTok gives us the option to be creative and still promote our brands, our businesses, things like that. Utilizing the tools that we have. I like making wigs. That gives me a chance to play different things. I am an actress, so it gives me a chance to be Sasha Fierce over here, just throwing that out there. Or look, Betty over here, I can be Nurse Betty over here, Patty, man.
Or the assassin.
Or the assassin.
Oh, yeah, okay. Jenlo Assassin, baby. Jenlo Assassin in the building.
How did you come up with that name? I gotta ask. I'm sorry. I cut you off. My apologies. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
That, let me tell you, so I believe it came to me right before the car accident. It just popped in my head. But once I had the car accident, it was solidified. And so because everything that has been thrown at me, I have assassinated. I mean, when I tell you, like I said, I feel like something has been trying to take me out my whole life before I can even have life for real. You know what I'm saying? So, when I had my accident, it was questioned, you still going to Atlanta? Who gonna want you to walk down their runway with broken ankles? Who gonna want you on that TV and magazine with a scarred up face? Oh, you still going down there? Yes. Wow. Yes. And guess what? I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna show out. Show up. Okay. That's all. Show out. Y'all know the song, all day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my fight was different after that accident. Like, that's how you feel? I bet. Hold on. Oh, let me fix my drink. Let me go in right quick. So creativity, I had to be creative even in that, because at first I was telling people about the scars and stuff, and they hadn't even noticed. And I had one lady, the first time I did a runway down there, a show, it was an audition. She said, you know what? I want to tell you something. She said, I would have never noticed none of that you told me until you told me. She said, I can't put you on because you told me you have injuries and things. She said, but don't you tell nobody else. You just go in and do what you got to do. And baby, I did what she told me to do.
Wow.
okay? And I've been on runways, magazines, TV screens, and radio shows. And, you know, I had people reaching out to me, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm like, come on, Jesus, tell God what you think is impossible. He gonna show you that it's possible all day long. Just give him that little bit of faith of a mustard seed. Baby, I'm telling you, when he opened doors, I mean, down to my wigs, I had somebody, well, come on, just bring them, you know what I'm saying, buy your wig heads and stuff, and you can put them on this. I mean, just being creative with different things. I mean, I am a creative. That's an outlet. I think if I couldn't express myself, I think music is the biggest thing. I do sing. I write, you know, I'm an author, but I've been writing poetry since, geez, can't even, oh God, like age 3 or something like that. And I started writing letters to God. So I have to be expressive. I can't live in a box. Like I gotta have an outlet, you know. A box, what is that?
Right.
That's for storage. That means putting something away that you don't plan on using. I need everything God gave me to be used.
So let me ask you a question.
That's the truth.
Let me ask you a question. I don't know what questions you have. This is a co-founder question.
Oh man. Prepare yourself.
How do you feel about Redonkulously Entertainment?
Oh, you know what? I think when you first, I don't know if you sent me a video or you tagged me in it. I was like, what is it? Because I was looking at the video. I'm like, it looked interesting, but I ain't too sure what's going on. So, but you know what? You know what's funny? First of all, the word redonkulous. I started saying redonkulous in like grade school. And It was funny. I never heard nobody else say redonkulous in my life. People started saying because of me, like it's 2 things I used to say. I swear to Moses, and that's redonkulous. And then people started saying it. I swear to Moses. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you why I started saying I swear to Moses. But certain things like that, just little quirky things that I would say or whatever like that. But I thought that was kind of neat that you name your show Redonkulous, because Redonkulous to me is like, it's over the top. Like that joint crazy. Like it ain't even ridiculous. Like ridiculous is like normal. Nah, that's redonkulous. Like, can you believe that? It's like,
wait, you heard her say that's redonkulous.
That's redonkulous. You know, like.
Oh, you said
Oh yeah.
sorry.
And then you said it again. That's 2 steps. Oh.
I
have wine and water.
Y'all take a little sips of big gulps.
A little sip. Sip wine.
Yeah.
Look, y'all might have to take some big gulps. Y'all ain't gonna go through that glass fast enough. I don't even drink. What I'm talking about.
You need your tea. Okay.
I know I wasn't ready. I would have fixed me a cup.
So spirit, life, universe. You're a child. Where were you a child at? Where were you born?
Kinston, North Carolina. I'm here in my hometown now.
Okay, so you're in North Carolina. You're using the word redonkulous. Where Redonkulously Entertainment? Well, I reach out to you. Is that not fake? Your energy.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, think about it here. Right. You know what I mean? We're Redonkulously Entertainment. You know what redonkulous means. We are big in your face. We are loud. We'll show you a video. People are like, what the hell just happened? Does it matter? Look at the next video. You will find out what happened. It goes somewhere.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Go somewhere.
So you're an actress. Redonkulously Entertainment's right now, pre-production and making the movie. This is the question I gotta ask you. Live, Facebook, right now. Will you be willing to act for Redonkulously Entertainment?
When?
Soon.
We're working out, but just want to know, just kind of putting it out there.
We're just throwing it out there for you to think about.
You know, I'm a whole lot closer than I was. I ain't in Atlanta. I'm in North Carolina. I ain't got that far to go.
No, it doesn't matter where you at. We'll find you. We'll get you.
So we'll find you.
Hey,
We'll
let's
find you.
go.
But you got to. So like your energy, your spirit, your likeness. It fits. Somebody don't listen to you.
If it's our brand.
Okay.
If it's a lot of what we do really well, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I love your energy. I was when we was going over the people to interview, I was like, oh, we got to get Jen to assess. We got to get her. We got to get her. We got to get her for season 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Because her energy is going to match our energy, and now we're going to make energy.
Hey,
Make a little baby energy.
it's a synergy. All right. Yeah, I'm down. Just talk to me, like, like I just said, I work on that calendar. So you just gotta let me know ahead of time. I'll be getting back on the move. I'm so happy and so grateful to have my business because I'd have the freedom to be able to go. That's the reason why it was supposed to be a visit home and it turned into a stay. But so many things have happened since I've been here. It's like my dad said, what you prayed for, it's happening. It's happening. It just ain't happened where or when you thought it was going to happen. I thought these things was meant for Atlanta, but I feel like they're preparing me for my next place I want to go, which is LA.
Gotcha.
The casting studio that I have been working with doing BTS background actually just opened up a studio in LA. I said, well, how funny is that? I said, well, I know where to go when I go on that side, I'm going to y'all. So I said, all right, Jesus. Okay. So I said, maybe, a year or two here and get some things worked out and solidify, get planted. And then West Coast Poppington.
Very cool. Okay.
Chilla. You just did all these amazing books and you talked about amazing books. I would like to introduce myself a little bit. Okay.
Introduce me.
I would like to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Kevin, the co-founder of Mark. For those who don't know, I would just like to just briefly go over some books that I read. Okay. Is it okay with you?
Yeah, let's go.
I just so happen to read books like Maven Blood Moon 1.
Hey!
Okay. Redonkulously first issue comic book. Okay, that you can get at www.redonkulouslyent.com. Okay. I also read Maven Blood Moon 2.
Hey!
Tell me more.
Well, it's part 2. And then I read, when I'm really want action packed, Maven Blood Moon 3. With this
3.
3.
Not 1, not 2, but 3.
So you gotta say it like Birdman said, all 3 of y'all.
All 3 of y'all.
3 of y'all.
I just wanted to go ahead and share some of the books that Kevin, the co-founder, Martin read, because no matter what you read, literature is good, right? Like literature is great.
Yeah.
Like reading is important. I couldn't help. I had to mention that because you're also a writer. So writer. I think that's amazing.
So speak on that really quick also, because we didn't get to really talk too much about that as far as what you've written.
Okay. Well, I am co-author of a book called Unshakable Faith. So let me backtrack just a little bit. So remember I said 2000. So when I say everything just opened and led to the next thing, right? So I started the health and wellness November 2018. Almost immediately, January, I meet Mr. Jerry Roberts, who is, we got a chance to spend 3 days with him. He's a millionaire. His book, oh my God, I can't even think of it right now, but it's kind of like Think and Grow Rich. It's right in that same space. And it was a book writing book camp. And so he basically helped you map out how to write your book. And so I started at that point with him. He's also part of The Secret. So that's how I started learning about Bob Proctor, Les Brown, and those. So I started listening to those. That opened me up and led to the confidence to write. It's a chapter in the book. So it's called The Prodigal Daughter. So here I am, I left home to pursue my dreams and aspirations and stuff like that. In the Bible, he left home. Now it was different though. So I tell people my story would have been much like his had I not had the accident. Because if I had went to Atlanta with the money and everything I had, I would have been lost. I would have got caught up in the lights and glitz and glam and stuff like he was. And the money would have been swindled, just gone, right?
Right.
But because I had that accident, so when I wrote The Prodigal Daughter, it's based on just like I'm home now, how my visit turned into a stay. My earthly father has always welcomed me back home. Now he knew I didn't want to be home. Everything happens for a season or for a reason. So at this time I'm supposed to hear, but anytime before that I wasn't supposed to be, because I wouldn't have, the things that I've been able to accomplish and do when it set me up for right now to be able to come home and do things. If I had to just come back before, it would have just been coming back. I probably would have been on somebody's cubicle again, and no dreams, just I'm helping make the graveyard rich. So in my chapter, I speak on the things I've gone through coming up. My parents got divorced when I was 3. So just some challenges and how to overcome them. But also it was a healing process that allowed me to move forward. So I actually did finish my book before that chapter. It's just that because some things have changed since then, I have some editing to do. When you write people names and stuff, and then that relationship is no longer there, so you got to go in and edit. So
Gotcha.
the people that was in my life, some of them that was in my life in 2019, those relationships ended in 2020. So there's a reason why I said, well, God, you knew what you were doing. That book wasn't ready to be published yet, because their names would have been all up in and through it. So yeah. So I publish other things. I do morning lives, which I have to get back on. I was doing it consistently, but I launched my website, Jenlo Inspires, which is going to be coaching community, sharing of different authors, speakers, things like that. Just bringing in a whole thing, because people need their mind, body, and spirit touched, which touch the finances when you get.
Can we be on that?
Yeah, of course.
I was say, because we're definitely authors.
Yeah.
Hey, for sure. So it's a community to help people. Like I said, their mind, body, spirit, to help them tap into another level of the better version of themselves, so they hit the best version. So every day you have the opportunity to be the best version of yourself. So it's going to be, I'm part of Black Speakers Network. I've been part of the network, but I've gotten everything official this year. And that's a community with like Nisa Nicole, Les Brown, Eric Thomas, those type of speakers like that. So it's going to be a professional community to help people just step into who they're supposed to be too. Those who may be afraid to, maybe they got a book inside them, or they want to speak, or whatever they want to pursue, and they just scared to do it, or they don't know how to, never seen anybody do it like me. The stuff I do, nobody in my family's done. I'm the first.
There you go.
Most of it. So yeah, that's what the community.
You're the first, and you're the assassin.
Yeah, I have the Second Chance 210 community. That's the free community, but the other community is gonna be one-on-one coaching, and then just linking people. So I'm working.
You, ma'am, are a trailblazer. I'll let you know that. You are definitely a trailblazer. You are blazing your own path, and you're doing it on your own terms. Like, super respect, seriously.
Well, to God be the glory. At the end of the day, it's God, because He's the one who has continuously kept me here. And just like this opportunity, I'm so happy and so grateful for you reaching out to me for this opportunity. So I ask people, well, what made you pick me? I'm like, what about me? So I'll just say thank you for this opportunity to be on your platform tonight.
You're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome.
You're welcome. And I can answer that. Energy, man.
Yeah.
Woman. Energy, man. It's all about energy. That's all it's about. It was easy. I remember when I so let me tell you a story of how we met, guys. Okay. I keep the stories real. So I'm Redonkulous wear. I'm looking for brand ambassadors and models, and William Fats. I noticed that you did some work with him. You know, he's a good friend of ours. Shout out to William Fats, number one fashion designer in ATL.
Yes.
Shout out to you. Great man, great clothes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to so you're a model, you know, or whatever. And I see you, I'm like, oh man, wow. I'm gonna shoot out to her. And I was talking to Tanya, I was like, Tanya, I want to inbox her, but you know, when you inbox people, you don't want to look creepy. I don't look like I'm trying to be weird or whatever. You know, I'm a businessman. So I'm like, but I want to inbox her, but I don't know what to say.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna do it. Because, you know, like you say, I don't like fear holding me back. I don't got time for that. So I inbox her, hey, how you doing? I'm looking for a model. Let me tell you guys, about this lady right here. You inboxed me back, possibly the most politest inbox I ever had from somebody that didn't even know me. He was like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you looking for models? Let me show you what I got. Thank you for the opportunity. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, no problem. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure you get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I want to thank you for not assuming I was some sort of creeper or whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've gotten them, but I looked up. I'm gonna lie, I didn't look at your page first. I had to see what was going on. But
yeah.
But no,
I like when people do that. That's the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. And I would say, Fats, he is. Have been working with him since 2015 when he got down there. One of the first people to be able to work with him. So yeah, shout out to him. He's done some amazing work. I've enjoyed being one of his brand ambassadors while I was down there. But yeah, so I'm glad you saw and made a connection. Every opportunity I get, I'm grateful for, because one thing about Atlanta, it's that dime a dozen mentality thing.
Gotcha.
And I think I'm pretty different. I think something about me, I think I bring value. I don't just show up.
Right.
I like to add value. There's people who just show up.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to operate in the spirit of excellence and bring an energy. And everybody can't take my energy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
that's what makes you memorable. That's what makes you stand out.
Well, see, here's the problem I have. I invited you to our boat ride. Okay. I got this. So I invited you to our boat ride. I want you to show up. Okay. But I'm gonna give you another shot live. February 8th, Facebook Live right now. I'm gonna give you another shot. My 40th birthday. We're having Redonkulously Boat Ride Part 3. Maybe a yacht. Most likely a yacht. Okay. My 40th birthday is our boat party. Will you be there in Atlantic City?
What's the date? Because I told you I work off a calendar, and at that time, when I tell you I could not have made it up there, like it wasn't possible. Like I said, I'm closer now. You gotta give me the date so that I can map it out. Because I tell you, I'm working on that calendar and trying to, like, my brain is already in December. So
nice.
You gotta give me the date.
August.
Okay, now my birthday August what? August what?
2022.
No. See, I just told you my birthday August the 15th now. You gonna mess around, I'm gonna be sitting over there in California. What's the date?
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know. We haven't worked it out yet.
All right, when I tell you
if you can work your date, but if you can work it around, can you be there?
If I can work it around, I'll be there. Because my brain is two things I want to do. I have a passport that I've had since 2019, not nail stamp in it. I know everything is going, but if I find one airline that let me get on that plane without taking the jab, I'll go. Okay. So if if they just let me take a little test and let me get on the plane, I'm gonna go. Now, if they don't, then I don't know what to do. 'Cause I can't swim across the ocean. And then the other thing is getting back to California. Look, people ask me this all the time. How did you get to Atlanta and just start doing stuff? I didn't. I had all like, just like right now, I already got a California number. I got a number that's based outside of LA. I already had the Atlanta number before I moved. I don't even have a North Carolina number. You feel me? So I started, up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning looking for stuff. When I went to California, I was up their time 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning looking for casting calls and stuff. And I found one and I sent the email. The producer emailed me back less than 30 minutes later, said, come on. That's how. Nothing happened, just happened. I put the work in. I'm up in like early mornings, late nights, early mornings. I'm looking for stuff on Eventbrite. I'm looking for stuff on Instagram. I'm looking for stuff on the different casting calls, websites. Whatever you looking for is looking for you. But if you ain't looking, you only looking for somebody to hand you something. You ain't gonna. The stuff that come like that, you only want it because you know what? I noticed in Atlanta, especially in Atlanta, the people, if you take them handouts like that, they gonna mark you because they want to be able to say, well, I did that. And the moment they can snatch the rug from up under you, you better learn how to build your own brand, your own base on your own, put in some grit work, because if somebody's handing you every opportunity, baby, the moment they feel like they can snatch it from you, that's exactly what they gonna do. So you better go out there, get your own brick and mortar and build your base. Now, if they want to add a window here or there, they want to splash a little paint of color, okay. But you can't say you made this. This the house that Jen built.
There you go. There you go.
The passion you talk with, this is the passion.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I'm real. I see people do it. They try to do it to me. How y'all don't even know me and y'all fighting over me on who gonna say they did what for me? You ain't met me yet.
Right.
But
Wow.
that's the thing. Like, people will try to put their name on you to say that they made you. The only person that made me was my daddy and my mama. And that whole, I brought you in this world, I'm gonna take you out, so you put me in the business, you're gonna take me out. No, you ain't. No, you can't. Because you ain't put me in. I drove down there in my car with less than $300 and did what I had to do to make it.
Right. Exactly.
Wow.
Real. Okay.
Good grief.
Real. Do not let nobody have it made up in your mind. If you don't have a plan, at least have a plan. And what I mean by that is, don't just go down there. You may not know how things are going to get done, but map out. I knew I wanted to model. I knew I wanted to be, do TV. So the plan was to model and be on the TV. Now, how it was going to get done, I knew a little bit. I know I had to look. I had to do a little bit of work. I had to do something. Now, the rest of it on where I was going to stay, where money was going to come from, I didn't know. Right. So that's why I say, if you don't have a plan, at least have a plan. Know what you have, a purpose, I should say, of why you're going. That's any big city when you going out by yourself. Know why, not just because you're following other people. Get down there and then figure out what you want to do. Know what you want to do so that you at least you can Google or ask somebody or something, but don't just go to the big cities just because you see everybody else do it. You better go down there with a purpose so that you know how to pray and get you, and let him lead you where you need to go and who you need to talk to.
So let me ask you this, because we're going to be getting ready to wrap it up pretty soon. What closing remarks, I guess, would you have for people who are aspiring entrepreneurs, people who are looking to really build their own business and really start a path of their own?
Like I said, if you don't know what your purpose is yet, definitely that prayer and meditation. Prayer is when you talk to God. Meditation is where you give him the opportunity to talk to you and you're listening. So start there so that you can hear what he has for you. Because see, you can always have your own plan, but if it ain't his plan and it don't align, it may not work out how it's supposed to work out.
Mhm.
You know, or you could delay yourself or end up in the wrong place. If my plan had worked out to make it to Atlanta in 2013, half the stuff I've done, I don't even think would have got done. Because I was meeting celebrities, all that stuff in 1 week. I found myself on the show with Candy and all type of stuff. I was excited. And I would have got caught up.
Wow.
So just know one thing, if you don't make it right now, delayed but not denied. If you don't know what type of business you want to start, try your hand. That's where that creative thing. Try your hand. Think about, sit down and write a list of things you like that bring you joy, that make you smile, that you would possibly do for free. Like I make wigs. That's actually something I would do for free. That is part of my organization, to donate a wig to people, you know, to women who may have had some things happen. I did get a chance to do that down in Atlanta. She had a car accident and they had to do, she you know, hair was just gone. So I was able to do that. That was the start. But just what would make you happy? What do you do right now on a regular basis that will make you smile from the inside out, and that you would do for free and then monetize? And then if you're not sure, like what I do is health and wellness. That's not for everybody, Avon or whatever, but go ahead and do something. No, you don't want to jump around, but try something. Make some soap. See how you like that. Make some lip gloss. I don't know. Draw. You know,
Make
write.
comic books.
Make comic books, right? That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Just start writing and see what comes out. Journaling helps with that. If you start journaling and you realize you like making little jokey jokes in that thing, you might need to write you a comic book or comic strip.
Mhm.
I remember in
Or
high
an action
school.
comic book if you like action, because we make action
Hey,
comics.
action.
We're action packed, by the way. Okay, sorry.
Whatever comes
listening.
out of you,
That's his listening
anything
face.
that you put on paper, you can write it. You can put it in a book, right? You can put it in a book. So if you're not sure, just maybe talk to somebody in different industries and see what it is. But just go ahead. All I can say, you don't know what you want to do or can do until you do it. So
Right.
just do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, those who's looking at this now, those who's going to look at this later. This is Jenilo.
Yes. And also tell us, or tell our viewers, where they can find you online, links to your products and services, all the above. Go.
Now.
All right. Well, on Instagram, that's Jenlo Assassin, JenloAssasin. Y'all see how I did that thing? Okay, hold on.
That's JEN hyphen LOASSISA.
You know, I have the worst trouble spelling assassin. I realize that.
Well, I got the general right though. There you go.
Jenlo Assassin. And then that's on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube. Then my organization, Second Chance 21013. My page was hacked last year, you guys. So it's Second Chance _21013. That's 21013_P2 on Instagram. And then my Facebook page is fully intact. Second Chance 21013. The link in the bio on either page, especially my Jenlo Assassin page, will link you to everything else. All the links to everything else, my health and wellness, that's totallifechanges.com/Gen-T. Make sure you see me at the bottom or at the top of the page, okay? But just reach out to me. I have you can join my community at 714-202-9390. You just send a text message to me and join my personal community where I send out motivational quotes and different things. And then if I'm having sales or things like that, you get a text message. So that's 714-202-9390. That's my personal coaching community, part of my Jenlo Inspires. .com. JenloInspires.com is my website. You can look me up on Black Speaker Network. just put in Jenise Albritton. That's my government name, y'all.
Whoa,
Your government name.
whoa. There's a government. There's a government. What's your government name again?
I knew that. So.
Wait, there's a government name. I would like to hear the government name, Jenise.
It's my
Assassin.
middle name, but it's Jenise, Jenise. So Jimlo, assassin, right? So Jen, then A instead of Albritton is assassin.
Gotcha.
And then the low come from my Spanish name. My Spanish name in school was Lola. So I just kind of put something, you know what I'm saying? That's the creative part coming out, right?
Okay.
My government name is Kevin the co-founder Martin.
Hey, Kevin.
You were born with the co-founder on your birth certificate.
Born, yeah, Kevin the co-founder Martin. Okay, so this has been an honor.
Yes, it has.
A privilege. This has been fun. This has been entertaining. This has been knowledgeable.
Yes. Jenlo, we would like to thank you for being our guest today. Again, I just want to say that the work that you do, the inspiring work that you do, it is so important. It is so groundbreaking. So just thank you for putting your story out there and for inspiring others.
Well, thank you for allowing me to. Thank you for letting me onto your platform and being able to share to your audience, you know, and I'm looking forward to collaborating. That's what I plan on doing this year is networking, collaborating, and elevating together. So many opportunities we could just roll up together, you know.
Word. Awesome.
Word.
So
word. Wait, I want to get a word.
Oh, you want to get a word?
Word.
Oh man, co-founder dance.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna sign off with her. You guys close your remarks.
Yes, okay. So Jen, we will talk to you soon, okay?
Jen, keep staying tuned.
Thank
You guys close your
you.
remarks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait, I was trying to catch. Wait, hold on one second. I was trying to catch me a little screenshot shot. All right, there we go. All right, bye.
Wait, one more.
Okay.
Oh wait. Okay, wait a minute. I got it.
Okay.
I should have got it with the mic in my hand, huh?
Aw.
This is like the infamous mic, you guys.
No, wait, we love pictures.
Look it up. Okay.
Look, can I just share one thing about this microphone and why I have it? I got this microphone. I found it right before going to LA for my company. First of all, I had never been on a plane before ever in my life, but I did it for my company. And
Nice.
I said, the whole time I'm in LA, for every event that I'm part of or in, I'm gonna have the mic in my hand. You know, that's exactly what happened. To the point where I found myself at a church and they invited me to the young man's birthday and I ended up, can you get on the stage and sing a song? And boom, mic in my hand again in front of a whole auditorium of strangers who basically adopted me while I was there for 30 days. And they was they was not of color, just to let you know. They like this.
It's Redonkulously Black History. That's cool.
So I heard you sing also.
Yeah, I do. What you want
Would
me
you like
sing
to grace
out?
us with a closing song before we go?
Oh God. It's probably gonna be gospel.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, I wasn't ready. Hold on.
Me. Hold on, before you sing, I have to say
You gotta say So you gotta drink the wine before I sing the church song.
It's not for me, it's for our viewers.
Okay. Hallelujah. You have won the victory. Hallelujah. You have won it all for me. Death could not hold you down. You are the risen King, seated in majesty. You are the risen King. And I, can I tell you why I write that song? Because death couldn't hold me down. It's tried to take me out several times, and I'm still here.
Word.
Yours too.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
thank you.
Jen Lowe. Talk to you soon, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Get redonkulous.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, that was Jen Lowe, Assassin, the Assassin.
Mhm.
That was episode 2 of, that was episode 2 of season 2 of Redonkulously Redonkulous interviews.
Yes.
What we forgot to do in the intro was mention some important stuff like Road to Reminiscence.
Yes. How did we forget to mention that?
we were so excited about Jen Lowe. We
Yeah.
forgot to get those are opening remarks.
Right.
Right.
The
Okay.
very first Redonkulous Entertainment feature-length documentary. It is available. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, definitely go to our website, www.redonkulously.com. Click on the button for Road to Reminiscence, where you can stream it with your family for $10. This movie is amazing.
This is going to show you a different side of Redonkulous Entertainment. It's going to show you a deep spiritual side, if you will,
Mhm.
of Redonkulous Entertainment. We're going to take you on an emotional roller coaster. In the end, we plan to inspire you. No, we don't plan. I mean, you can see, I'm being humble. We will inspire you
Mhm.
at Road to Reminiscence. So you should really check that out if you're into being inspired.
And to flip the script a little bit, while you're on our website, after you're done being inspired, check out the Redonkulous year of 2021, the musical remix 80s style. It covers everything we did in glorious detail for last year and some really cool 80s music. Check it out. It'll be a lot of fun.
Actually, you can if you look at the Redonkulous year 2021, the musical remix 80s style, you can see Kevin, the co-founder of Martin, first music video. Yay! Playing the first Lady Phil's first music video, and a whole lot of cool stuff. That was a really good production from our Redonkulous Entertainment. Also, while you're on the website, if you're like, hey, you know, these guys are got a documentary and a musical, I want to buy a comic book, you can buy our comic book there too.
When you put it like that, a documentary, musical, buy a comic book, all on the same site.
Yeah, or a cool hoodie or a cool snapback.
Right?
Yeah, it's all there. Go to Redonkulous.
RedonkulousENT.com. I got you.
Go there. Stay tuned for March. We're going to have some Night Out 2 updates coming in March. We can give that away. And are we going to Ocean City?
We are going to Ocean City in April. Dates will be announced soon, so look for it on our social media for that as well. For the Ocean City Comic-Con.
For the Ocean City Comic-Con that Redonkulous Entertainment is going to.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. We got it all figured out from March to April. We must know what we're doing.
Yeah.
All 6 of our comic books. You can get them at www.redonkulously.com along with a documentary and our musical. But if you be like, well, all you got is a documentary and musical, that's not true. That's not true at all.
But
if you go to our YouTube page, you can actually see trailers of the starting 6. What else can you see on the YouTube page?
You can also see the Redonkulous year of 2020.
You can
on our YouTube page.
Right. Yes. Redonkulous year 2020.
Parts 1 and 2.
Right. So if you want to like, what did they do the last 2 years? We have it. You can also check out Redonkulous trailers. It was really cool. It gets into the details of every individual member of Redonkulous Entertainment. We also have.
Goodness, so much. I Am Maven Arrowshot.
I Am Maven Arrowshot. You know what I was going to say? We had that. I think. Damn it, I forgot. So we have 54 videos on YouTube. Check them out. They're all redonkulous. It's all redonkulous all the time. Anything redonkulous. So stay redonkulous. This was Redonkulously Redonkulous interview season 2. I'm Kevin, the co-founder.
You must have said redonkulous about maybe 18 times in just that one sentence. I feel like we need to take another drink to close out the show.
Well, I guess we're gonna take a drink to close out the show.
Okay. I'm sorry. Cheers. Yeah. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't drink yet.
Yeah. So to James R's working man Brown,
Ryan, executive producer Ross,
LeVar Cool Reese Queen, brother,
Ephraim, the lead artist Ryan III,
Nigel the Wildcard Frazier,
and Courtney the Watcher Jackson.
We salute you.
Salute.
We love you.
Love y'all.
And we already know. Stay redonkulous.
Stay redonkulous.
Redonkulous out.